Welcome to the Thought Arcade. On this episode, we review all of the snubs and our thoughts about MTV and the VMA Awards. This is the Thought Arcade.
The snub? What's the snubs, bro? What does that mean?
Everyone that didn't win an award that was nominated.
That's what you call them.
Yeah.
I guess I'm a boomer, dude. I don't even know what that means. Snubs. Well, yeah, this is weird because I'm so uncultured. I don't even know what snubs means. I don't even know who half of these people are.
I don't know 89.7% of these people.
I know quite a bit. I know a lot of them. I didn't listen to any of their or most of their music, but I've listened to a lot of these guys. But I was pretty.
Chris, you got to be our authority on this, dude. Because I mean, I had to do some research. I had to listen to some songs I didn't want to listen to. I was like, dude,
I don't think you want that. Just because I have like a very, very terrible opinion, I'll say, on like award shows in general. We'll keep it positive at first, and then we can rip into it. But aside from that, I like everybody who won.
Let's just trash them right at the get-go, dude.
I know. I'm ready to trash them. I have nothing positive to say.
I do not understand how these award shows validate anything. And this is going on like the snubs too. Like DaBaby did not win. I think it was like best hip hop song or
DaBaby.
Meg The Stallion ended up winning best hip hop song with Savage. DaBaby is a rapper who's pretty new, and his song "Bop" was on it. That was pretty good. Travis Scott was on it. Eminem with Godzilla was on it, and I think all their songs were way better than Meg The Stallion Savage. Granted, Meg The Stallion is a great rapper. She's a great rapper. I just think DaBaby should have won it.
Oh, DaBaby. That dude had a really boring performance too. We can go into that later. But yeah. So okay. So you just flat out you don't think this award show validates anything. It's just a grandstanding type of situation.
Yeah, because when you think about the award show, like what redeeming qualities does it have for the artists?
Mm-hmm.
That the fans listen to you? I mean, yeah, that's fair. Like you already know that you get your streams. They probably get those little streaming plaques from Spotify when they hit so many listens, so they probably already have that, or like the YouTube subscriber. You know what I mean? Like they already
multi-platinum albums or whatever the billboards tell them. You know how many times it's been sold and stuff like that. Yeah, they know.
Why do you need an award show so we can like further I'm doing it more so because I don't think these artists need anything to tell that they're already great. Like they should, they already are. So why does MTV need to do a completely? And this is like the one time they're actually doing music.
Yeah,
so that's another thing.
I think the reason why these sort of shows exist, like the Grammys, I think VH1 has their own award show, is like it's just a cash cow for them. Right. I don't know if the winners get an award or if it's written in like their contract with the recording studio, if they get something else on top of just like the award itself. But it's like, to me, like this is just it gets people drawn in, it gets them exposed to their stuff. But like you said, most of these people are already pretty famous. Like I do know Billie Eilish, although I think she's really overrated and weird.
Yeah.
I think she's a cool person, like outside of her music. I don't like her music though. See, that's also another thing, is like differentiating the person from the music and the music from the person. Like you don't have to like the music, but you can like the person.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of this is like I like as people, as they come off, I like them, but their music isn't something that I'll listen to on a day-to-day basis.
I tried to listen to the music first, like let the music speak, but I'll be honest, I could pick apart almost every single one of these artists on this show. And so and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna look at their videos. Like this is a video award show or whatever, right? So it's like their music videos. So I'm gonna really like give it a shot and look at it as a like a video artistic critique. I tried to do that too, and I was just like, oh, like all of the, I don't like any of them. Billie Eilish is like, I feel like she has a good voice and she could make like really great music, but she wants to make and it's just like okay,
I
she's
don't
just
understand what
whispering
she's
into her.
saying. Like
Yeah.
I like her production side of music. Like I've seen people break down her stuff on like GarageBand or whatever app, and they're like, wow, she did all of this stuff, for one song. And I'm like, that's cool. And then I listen to it, I'm like, that's not that cool.
She like whisper mumbles.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird. And it's like, I mean, I don't know.
I don't understand
it sounds
what
cool to
the
some
heck
people.
she's saying.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I think y'all make a great point, because I think for like the past 3 years, it's been like at record low ratings for the VMAs.
I think overall too, like award shows have been just trending downhill.
Right.
I think it's starting to get to like Chris's first point of grandstanding.
Mm-hmm.
Like we all know Lady Gaga is great. She has some good hits. She makes good music videos. I guess the award validates herself or validates her, but she doesn't need that. She has that in her multi-platinum stuff and her respect within the music industry and stuff like that. And but yeah, it's trending downhill.
And I get that some creatives, like, they want that kind of affirmation from people, letting them know that what they're doing is right, or like what they're doing is good. And I get that, but after a while, it like, doesn't it get to the point where you're just like, all right, I mean, I've heard this before, I'm kind of used to it now, like, let me just get on with my job, with what I want to do, and then I'll be fine. Like, I was thinking about it the other day, because like we were talking about getting ready to record and everything, and I was like sitting there and I just stopped to think, like, Messi, who won the Golden Ball, which is like the best player of the year award at soccer, he won it 5 times in a row. Like, obviously the first time is going to be the most intense because that's his first time, but then the 5th time is he just like, oh, well, I mean, it's just another, like, this isn't going to reflect how I am, like how I see myself or how I'm doing well, you know what I mean? And I kind of like compare that with like Lady Gaga, because she cleaned up, like she did well.
This was the Lady Gaga awards, dude.
Exactly. She was nominated for 9 awards, and she was tied with Ariana Grande for most. And then she won 5 of those.
Yeah,
I think it's because
I really think it was you're right. Like, it was all about Lady Gaga.
And I think she's probably the most they touted her as this, all around artist. She's a filmmaker, or I think she has done that. She's done acting roles, she's done music, she's done production, she's done philanthropy. Like, she's all around, like she's all around this awesome person. I think like that's like the only like awesome person they got still. She's been on the VMAs like thing forever now. She's been like their top thing forever, and I don't know, you just saw them do, and they like created an award for her. Like they created a whole new award called the Tricon Award. They just made it up this year. It's like, oh, the person who like is doing the most right now, and who knows like who they're going to give that to next year. But
well, I think every VMAs, they have like one award dedicated specifically to a person, and it's basically more of an honoring them than like an actual award, and they name it something different every year. I want to say last year, I know Leo got it, like Leonardo DiCaprio got it a few years back. Not VMAs, but like at a different award show.
Also,
like
VMAs.
No, like every award show does like this special thing where they honor one particular person.
Well, the NFL has one, but we all know it's called the Walter Payton Man of the Year.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's the only award that they can actually wear on their uniform, and they wear it for their entire career.
Yeah. It's similar to that, except it's just a different name every year.
Yeah.
It's weird. So what I'm showing is that the ratings have gone down another 5%, I think, from their lowest ratings ever. And I think y'all are right that I think people are getting tired of these like super rich, like wealthy people just like patting each other on the back for like an hour and a half. And then just like, it's just, I liked watching the VMAs in the past for the actual performances and stuff like that. I think Bruno Mars has done like really good performances on live television. He's like, I think he's like top notch.
Him and Cardi B had a great performance one year. For I forgot what the song is called. It was like a real catchy song with them both.
Yeah, I remember them coming out with that. I mean,
and it was an awesome performance. Like I enjoyed it. Like I even like after watching it, I went on YouTube and like watched it. It was so good.
Finesse is the song name.
There it is. Yeah. It was a great performance because the thing is Bruno Mars can dance.
Yeah,
he brought out
he can sing.
Yeah,
he's an all-around performer.
A nice smooth voice.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see him there at the VMAs, but to be honest, I kind of feel like this was kind of an underwhelming VMAs in my opinion. Let's get into
articles I read said like it was underwhelming as well.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's how I'm feeling. Let's get into some of the awards. So y'all already said that Lady Gaga pretty much cleaned up. Like she was. Yeah. I mean, it was the Lady Gaga awards. Like they made an award for her. She won like 4 times.
5 out of the 9.
Yeah. 5 out of the 9. Jeez.
I don't know if that includes like her solo. The Tricon Award is what it's called.
Right. And did y'all see what she's wearing when she gets these awards?
Her masks are on. She was wearing one that like had like light up. It was like light up.
Yeah,
on the mouthpiece itself. I want that. Can I get that?
That mask looked kind of cool. Yeah. What she was wearing with it, she looked like a Mortal Kombat character or something. It was kind of weird. But
there was the one that she was using when she was performing with Ariana Grande. It was like the digital mouth on it.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
Oh, that one? Oh, yeah, that one.
It looked like she was gonna fight in Tron, but
Mortal
Kombat invaded Tron. It's what it reminded me of. And then she wore like a silver mask, which I think was like her most toned down. And then she wore a mask that had like horns or something, like tusks.
Yeah, I think this has all of them. So this is her in like aluminum foil or something. I don't know what she's in there. Like,
she didn't show up in her meat suit.
Yeah, I know. Like she's been doing this for years, guys. Oh my god.
Yo, she doesn't age.
Yo, I know she does not age. So here she's like a flamingo. This is like one of the first ones she got. Peacock. Yeah, she's a peacock with like a weird, and I think that's the weird mask that's on there. It's like a luchador peacock, dude.
Those shoes though look ridiculously. Those are like some crazy platforms. Those are disgusting.
Whenever she made this acceptance speech, though, she was like thanking her little monsters. That's what she calls her fan base. And then she also thanked Ariana Grande's fan base, which she called the Arianators.
That's a little.
And I was like, that sounds a little bit like too close to Aryans. Yeah. I was like, Arianators. Okay, like we could come up with a better name for your fans, Ariana Grande.
we can do better.
We can do better, guys. So let's this is the woman of the VMAs here. Like she cleaned up, and here's the horns.
It's like the tusk mask, but like the overall dress is really cool. Like
I was about to say, I like it.
That silver hair.
Yeah,
it's nice.
If he was just wearing the dress, maybe that'd be okay. But yeah, it just looks like a Doom character covered in a curtain or something. It just doesn't look right.
She pulls out like this AK-47 from under the dress.
Yeah.
Some monsters.
Okay. So like an actual. And you know what? Her performance, like, most of these performances,
we need to talk
way
about that.
overly sexualized. Oh my gosh, they were overly sexualized, dude.
Yes.
This thing, I mean, she looks like, Mortal Kombat character.
She does, yeah.
And that's over sexualized too. But dang, yeah.
That mask is cool though. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
She looks like marshmallows or like a stuffed animal or something, dude. I don't know what that is.
Dude, I kind of like it. I think that kind of looks cool.
Really?
Like it encases her. You know what I mean? Like it could protect her, dude.
It's like a marshmallow, but if the marshmallow grew feathers or some crazy mold.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's moldy marshmallows. It's disgusting.
And then her platform shoes. I'm gonna give her props for those though, like to be able to walk and stuff like that on those.
How is
And
still
then
having,
she
like, a foot
changes
extra?
between all of these like sets and stuff.
Yeah, that's what everyone was like impressed. Oh god, what the heck is this? Megatron?
She looks like the final
like
boss
Megatron,
in the
dude.
game. In a game.
Yeah, she looks. Yeah, give me the cube boy. Like, give me the Megatron, bro.
You can't quite see it, but she's like on her head. She's got like aluminum foil, like antler things, or
I
like
thought it was a crown.
yeah, it's kind of like a crown.
And all of these have like little like Candace Kuko silver jacket. Like these are all designed by some sort of prominent fashion artist.
Yeah,
Which is kind of sad.
I never understood the fashion for award shows outside of like, I think the Academy Awards where people are pretty much like for the men at least, like they're pretty toned down, you know, it just depends on like you wearing a 1 button, 2 button, a double breasted. You don't see that often, but like for women, like who is going to wear this?
I know.
Except for like maybe like a Halloween costume as a joke. Like no one's going to wear any of this stuff.
Yeah, she looks like a college girl. Like, you know, we're not sure if she's wearing shorts or not because she's just wearing an oversized shirt. That looks like a normal person, kind of. Besides the mask looks kind of weird. Yeah, she cleaned up. That and her fashion choices are obviously.
I think that's what makes her though. It's like her weird stuff because she's done stuff like this before. You know, like the meat suit. You know,
she'll never be able to top the meat suit. Ever.
Oh no, she never will.
Yeah, you don't think so?
No, dude, that was like because that happened years ago, and look at us now. Like we're still able to mention it. Like nothing will ever top the meat suit. Like that thing was. I wonder how much it weighed, and 2, how much meat went into making it, and 3, how many vegans did she piss off?
And did she cook it afterwards? That's
I thought she wore it in like because she is a vegan.
Oh really?
I have no idea. I just thought it was really weird that she wore that, so I just assumed that. I probably made a false assumption for these.
There's this funny
the world burn, dude.
There's this funny comedian that I listen to, and sometimes he'll go into something that he doesn't completely sure of. He goes, "It's all feelings, no facts."
Oh,
so we're assuming she's a vegan. That's all feelings, no facts. That's what we're doing.
Bro. Yeah.
So
we're supporting that movement.
The awards itself. So like, for new artists, there's only 3 people that were nominated. Young Blood, Lewis, Italian name, and then Doja Cat.
Dude,
but like, for like song of the summer, it looks like every song that was released this summer, you know?
Yeah.
Or for like what goes into nomination at least for these things?
It has to be like what tops the charts at that time, you know? It has to be.
Does it go like past year?
Yeah, it'll go the past year, and apparently fans are able to vote on it as well.
Oh,
like there's a time limit. Yeah, and I wanted to bring this up with you guys. And I know you guys aren't on TikTok a lot, but a lot of the song of the years, every single one of those songs was on TikTok. And I think it is to go with the fan voting. Obviously, the fans are going to vote with songs that they like, and if they're constantly on TikTok, which is huge right now, they're going to go with those songs. So, how big do you think social media plays into the fact that these songs are nominated?
It's probably the biggest factor. It's the best way. It's the best way to advertise your song. Like things like Spotify, I wouldn't put in as social media, but I'll put it in that group of advertisement.
Yeah.
Like I was reading an article about how DJ Khaled and Tyler the Creator both released albums, and DJ Khaled got so pissed off that Tyler the Creator's album was number 1. Like he went on like a TikTok and like ranted. It was deleted like an hour or 2 later, but it's the internet, so it was saved and archived. And it's just him throwing a little baby temper tantrum.
Yeah.
Because he just does generic beats, shouts his name, compared to Tyler the Creator's album that like it expresses emotion. It talks about how he feels about things, people, relationships. and like it's like a no brainer why his album did so much better.
Well, if you,
but like he's not mentioned in any of these awards.
Yeah, true. If you proclaim that you're the best music, then it's supposed to happen, right? Like you're just supposed to be the best music forever.
I think like in Game of Thrones when Tywin says, "If you have to say you're the king, you're clearly not the king."
Right.
And I take DJ Khaled's, I'm the best, but he's really not the best because he has to say it.
Yeah, that's true.
But like Tyler the Creator's not on here, and
I haven't listened
he had more sales and like a better top charting than DJ Khaled, but DJ Khaled's all over here, like for Song of the Summer.
Yeah.
And then I was cool to see like some Blink-182 up here. I didn't even realize this, but Evanescence is still a band, and they were nominated for Best Rock.
Yeah, there wasn't many like that I was so interested in there, and that's like pretty much our niche. Like that's what I
like the alternative and the rock I felt was like the most underwhelming.
Oh yeah,
yes. Like because I don't know if it's like I don't know if it's truly depicting like rock music. Because Fall Out Boy with that new song with Wyclef Jean, I don't think it's as much rock as it is like pop.
Yeah.
I think they're starting to mix the two now. Like before, it would be like hip hop and pop, or like you can never tell the difference. Now hip hop is like kind of become a little bit more noticeable, a little bit more solidified. Like you can tell which one is a hip hop beat. But when it comes to like pop and rock, everybody's kind of like, oh, it has drums and guitars, but but this is the artist or who it's with. It's pop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I
don't think there's ever like a good. And the same thing with alternative, like Machine Gun Kelly. What?
Yeah.
Well, it's because he was in that rap feud with Eminem, and Eminem destroyed him so badly he left the genre.
Right.
That's what happened.
Well, I don't think he should have. Let me look up what he was going up against, because that.
Well, he's going up against the 1975, which I've never heard of. All Time Low, which I love.
So Lana Del Rey,
good.
Phineas and the 21 Pilots. I should. In looking at it now,
how did 21 Pilots not get more stuff? Like they're good.
Well, this is like the ones that 21 Pilots were nominated for was like,
level of concern.
Alternative video or like quarantine video, like best quarantine video. Yeah. I have an issue with this because best alternative video, that Machine Gun Kelly song, that song is absolute trash in my opinion. Like,
is that the one that has Travis Barker?
Yeah.
Okay, Travis Barker is probably the only reason why I would listen to that song.
He performed it too.
Of all time.
It does not do Travis Barker any justice in his drumming talent. Like there's a brief moment at the end of it where he drums maybe like he's Blink-182.
Yeah.
But, dude, I think that song, I think he's like actually trying to be Blink-182 with that song. Like he's trying to be this pop punk like Blink-182 thing, and I feel like he's trying to steal that sound. But he just sounds like an old man when he's talking. Like he can't sing for crap.
That's what I thought. I thought he couldn't sing because I remember hearing him like try to sing a long time ago, and I thought it was garbage.
No, it's auto-tuned for crap. Then I definitely think 21 Pilots could have taken that one, but the other one that I have issue with was
the best music video from Home.
From Home, exactly.
With it has 21 Pilots, John Legend, Drake, Blink-182, and then 5 Seconds of Summer, and then Ariana Grande and Justin Bieber won that one category.
I can't even hate. I thought that was fine.
No,
I like the music video, and I like.
But Drake had a whole little dance and a TikTok thing going.
Oh, that Drake song. Okay, a bunch of my opinions coming out right now. Don't get triggered. I'm so sorry. Whatever.
Don't get triggered.
I'm not sorry. That Drake song was trash. That dance was trash. That video was trash.
Like go further into like compare this Drake song to like Marvin's Room type Drake.
Oh yeah, like the problem.
Wait, what?
Drake stuff.
Hold on. You're comparing Tootsie Slide to Marvin's Room?
When you put out garbage like Tootsie Slide,
why not?
Compared to your potential, which is Marvin's Room.
Yeah. No. Are you saying? Sorry, I think I just completely took that and went a different way. Are you saying Tootsie Slide should have won? Are you saying Drake should have won?
No, he wants me to crap all over Tootsie Slide because it's not what the old Drake is.
Okay.
Drake who didn't just piggyback upon all these like rappers that are like, oh, triplets, like I've discovered triplets for the first time, or like just writing about crap and like getting paid and all that other
generic. Like,
yeah, it's very generic.
He had a way of expressing feelings and emotions that can really convey across a whole album. You know,
he was the standard. Like, you know, he was the standard, and like pretty much he is nowadays still, but he's the standard for all these like really crappy rap songs, in my opinion. And that song was just dumb. Like that, I did not resonate with that song whatsoever.
The only line dances we ever need in life are Cupid Shuffle and Cha Cha Slide, because they're played at every dance ever. And then outside of that, don't write a line
that I need to learn one time, you know?
Yeah.
Like a country line dance every now and then.
Yeah.
So going back to that Stuck With You, the Justin Bieber, Ariana Grande song that won. Dude, this isn't even a music video that they did. It's just them doing a selfie of each other, and then like a bunch of other fans and even like other stars just putting like cell phone videos together. As like anyone can freaking do that.
Well, I know Blink, they did that for Happy Days. They had people send in their stuff. And I thought that 21 Pilots did that too.
No, the 21 Pilots music video that they released was like a full-blown self-produced thing. Yeah, they had another one that they used all of their fans and they did a music video, which was way better than the one they did anyway.
Yeah.
But the level of concern, like actually released video, is them building a music video like out of scratch and from like going to the dollar store and crap and like actually making a legit video. I just thought that was like way more impressive. That is the definition of a music video from home. And that's all right. I'm done.
So I don't know. I get what you mean. I completely understand, but I enjoyed it because some of the videos like that were captured within Ariana Grande's Justin Bieber's music video were like it was with Justin and his now wife.
I mean that's
whatever one of the Baldwin twins. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know which Baldwin twin is which or which Baldwin daughter is which. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. They're just a Baldwin daughter. That's how I know them.
I just thought that wasn't like the best video from home. Like, you know, like they compiled a bunch of other people's cell phone footage. They weren't even in the video the whole time, you know? So I don't like if I was a judge, I'd be like, nah, bro, that's not even a music video. But that's just me.
Nah, I think it just ran off the hype of, again, this is one of those whole things where it's like it ended up on TikTok and now it's here, sort of thing.
So and then the hip hop video. So there's two.
So there's best hip hop,
and then I want to talk about the best video. So best video was won by The Weeknd, Blinding Lights, and then there's the hip hop video, which y'all talked about, the Savage song by Megan Thee Stallion. What do y'all think about that compared to the other nominees?
I'm kind of surprised Godzilla didn't win.
That's exactly how I feel, dude.
Because I always I hate music videos. I don't believe in them. Yeah. I think they're sacrilege to music. But I do appreciate Eminem's. Like I haven't run into a music video with Eminem that I don't like. Right. That I'll actually sit down and watch. And like I'm surprised like Godzilla didn't win. Mm-hmm. Like if I think like if Rap God was in that place, like that would have beat it. You know, but I just I don't know.
Either
I don't think Godzilla should have won. I haven't heard the Future with Drake Life is Good one. That sounds like it would be good.
It's actually I like it, and it's a pretty cool music video too. I thought one of those two should have won though, either Eminem, Godzilla. Mm-hmm. I figured that one would have won because of the fact that Juice WRLD passed away not too long ago. Like to pay homage to him, like it makes sense. At least they throw him some kind of respect at least, because that was a good song. And also it's on UFC 4, and that's my walkout music every time I play. So
Heard.
Exactly.
I don't think The Weeknd should have won though. I don't think he's that good.
Yeah, I think The Weeknd is. I mean, he's talented. I think he's like a great, singer and stuff. But I do think that song is like extremely generic, real boring. Even the performance he did.
Yeah.
I think this Savage song, absolutely trash, dude. What is that? Is that a song? I hate.
I've never heard of her.
You don't want to, dude.
She's from Houston.
Ugh.
I think she's
originally from Houston. She began writing and performing raps as a teenager, and exclusively on SoundCloud. She's a SoundCloud rapper.
Did you just?
She's not. But she's not like
that's hip hop. Don't tell me dreams can't come true.
She's not like a mumble rapper though, which is nice. It's a nice little change. She's a good rapper, but that song is just not it.
I looked up the lyrics, dude.
That Savage is not. I don't think it's a good song at all. On that one, I think DaBaby or Eminem should have won.
I'm that B word, been that B word, still that B word, with forever be that B word. Yeah. I'm a hood Mona Lisa, break the N word into pieces. Like, dude, this is like the worst song. I'm a Savage, classy, bougie, ratchet. That is
I'm not familiar with Roddy Ricch. Is he? What's he like?
He's all right. I mean, I don't know. I don't listen to him. The Box was kind of catchy. It's a catchy song, and I mean, it got super popular for a bit. But then obviously, all these other guys knocked him. I would say Rodney Ricch is out of all those, his song probably placed last if this was like a placing thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I totally agree that Eminem should I think Eminem should have won the best video in place of The Weeknd, and also the best hip hop video in place of the Savage song. I mean, that video is cool.
It's good.
Like, for one, it's interesting to watch, and plus it's got Mike Tyson and it's got Dr. Dre as a doctor.
Yeah.
What else do you need in a music video, dude? Come on, bro. This is the best video ever, man.
It's a good one.
Plus, it's like actually like intellectual lyrics and an actually good song. Like
he actually writes something that he can understand.
I think Eminem is kind of like sometimes too angry, like too vulgar. Like I like Toy Soldiers Eminem. I like
Mockingbird.
Oh, like the real stuff. Like, I like that, and I get that he's writing from a place within and stuff like that. But even then, I cannot deny his talent, dude. Like, that song is just another reason why he's like one of the best, dude. It's crazy.
You hear like Snoop Dogg said he was good, but he's only there because he's white.
Maybe.
Yeah. No. Snoop Dogg's like he said like a couple months ago. He was like, really? Like Eminem is not in my like top 5 or top 10 or whatever, but Dr. Dre made the best out of him or something like that. And it's basically just saying because he's white.
Dr. Dre did help him out a lot, but Eminem has always been lyrically. He's always been like gifted. He's smart too. Like, he's a smart guy. He can piece words together.
The most awkward time I've ever seen Eminem though was on Saturday Night Football. They had him for a Michigan game, and he looked so lost and so confused and so scared because he's up in the booth with Brett Musburger, and like he's trying to talk to him, and he's just like, I'm from Detroit.
I'm from Detroit.
It was so awkward.
Put your hands up for Detroit.
See, that song should have won everything up here if this was 2004.
Dude. Hey, did y'all even know who BTS was, this K-pop group that's happening?
I've never heard of K-pop.
I've seen like action figures at store like 7-Elevens and stuff. Like, this is the only group I knew, so I'm not surprised they like won best K-pop award. I didn't know what they even sounded like until they performed, and they're like, they speak English and they do dance moves and stuff. They're like a boy band.
For some reason, I thought there was a K-pop. Yeah, best K-pop. Yeah, there's a best K-pop award.
Yeah.
Like, is K-pop that big of a genre?
Oh yes, dude. Here we had a ton of people that you used to work with loves K-pop, like on our team.
You know how back in the day,
I thought Red Velvet was. Oh, I'm thinking of the Velvet Underground. Never mind.
You know how back in the day it was like NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, like all of the girl groups,
like the boy band,
the boy bands, the girl groups, the Destiny's Childs, the
Spice Girls,
3LW or whatever, Spice Girls. It's like back then, but like on steroids right now, bro. In K-pop, like, dude, it gets crazy, bro. Gangnam Style, bro. Gangnam Style.
That's his only song, though. He sucks.
Damn. Okay.
$1 billion views.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm spitting facts.
You went in quick.
So let's get into some of the performances, y'all. Like that actually happened on the thing. We talked about the Machine Gun Kelly. They actually performed that song.
They were all average. All performances were average. I unfortunately think it does have to do a bit with the fact that there's no audience.
Right.
Like, I do think that plays a big factor, because if you're doing a performance and you're performing, like, half the performance is meant to be for
I thought
the people there.
I thought that they did good because there wasn't anybody in the crowd, and they were doing, like, Lady Gaga, I think, did really good, but she was really the only one I did watch a little bit of the Machine Gun Kelly one, but that was mainly because of Travis Barker. It wasn't because of Machine Gun Kelly.
But the thing is
like this disgusting Pepto-Bismol, trash. I can't describe what that is. Pepto-Bismol. Like, he just opened a bottle, poured it on a T-shirt, and
they called him Best Dressed, bro.
Machine Gun Kelly really called up Hillary Clinton and said, "Hey, can I borrow one of your pantsuits?" That's what happened, dude.
And a turtleneck, and I took off the sleeves.
Hey, you remember that pantsuit that you were using for one of the rallies? Do you mind if I snag it real quick if you haven't already wore it?
Yo, Hillary.
Can I cut these sleeves?
Say no more. I got you. I got exactly what you need for the VMAs, my dude.
She was like, "Say no more, fans.
Say less.
I got you. I've been saving this for a special occasion."
So the Ariana Grande and the Lady Gaga performance, that was probably the best one, just because it was the one performance to, like, truly imitate how it would be if there was an audience. Machine Gun Kelly's randomly on a rooftop in New York. Like, I could have just found a random band on YouTube and watched that here during work and nothing. You know what I mean? Like,
I felt like, since it's all COVID and stuff like that, I feel like it should have given them the opportunity to make awesome performances happen, like, beforehand, like, pre-record them and make them awesome and then present them like a legit music video number 2 type of thing. But you're right, dude. It's so underwhelming. And I already don't like live performances, like at the Super Bowl, at these VMAs and stuff like that, because it's so boring, man.
And they're all lip sync. We all know it.
It's nowhere near as fun as, like, watching a person who, like, actually cares about performing at, like, Warped Tour or something like that.
That's my thing. Like, I would have enjoyed, because there's, like, a little bitty music thing called the Mohawk in Austin, Texas. It's great. Everyone should go there. I love the Mohawk. I love the little open arena it has. It's really small, and I remember watching a band called Tiny Moving Parts, and they were so awesome. And I got so much more enjoyment than watching stuff like that, like the Super Bowl or these VMA performances. Like, it doesn't capture my attention. It might be like an intimacy factor, maybe because I'm there with the band. I'm not a big concert person to begin with, but I've gone to my fair share of them.
Yeah.
No, their performances are definitely made for TV, bro. Like, even the audience members look bored. Like, whenever there is audiences, they look bored. They look bored, dude.
Okay, sorry. To go back what you were saying earlier, Daniel, it would have been so cool if, rather than they put in all the time to do the live performances, what if they, like, got together with the artist earlier and made it like a music video, like an actual music video for their song? They could have, like, put a lot more production time into it. The cost might have been a little bit cheaper too, and then just blasted it on a screen to them, and then just, because we're already watching on a screen, like, what's going to make it any difference from watching a real performance and watching this dope music video that they took the time they thought out everything to actually do. Like I would have much preferred that than like seeing the live performances.
And that's tough. You can kind of get a hint that they wanted to do that. Like The Weeknd had his music video idea kind of bleed into his performance and stuff like that. Lady Gaga was like had kind of a setup where she started out on the couch or something like that, and then she ended up on the stage or something. And maybe it's just because of the capabilities right now, like you're not able to get a bunch of people together and make this big production happen. But yeah, man, I mean, if you're gonna put on a show like that, you know, you gotta make it happen, especially if your ratings are down like 3 years in a row.
Yeah. By the way, do you still have the ratings up by any chance?
Yeah, I still have them.
Okay, could you go down the line? I should have asked this earlier, but I'm interested. What were the ratings, like the actual number for like the past 3 years, or however much they have? Does it show?
So this is a headline here from the Wrap. They draw 6.4. See this drawing 6.4 million viewers this time around, which is 5% down from last year. And let's see. Total minutes consumed for this year is up 8% from last year. I don't know what even that means.
That's like time allotted for the show.
Gotcha. Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah, this just. Oh, okay. Slipped over 1 year, just like. Yeah, it's not alluding to the actual numbers. Oh, drew 4.9 million total viewers. So and it depends too, because they stream them all over the place.
I was about to say, like, viewership now is hard to calculate because, like, for the NFL, they don't calculate streaming. Like, they don't calculate YouTube TV in their audience.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're calculating it off of like 13 networks that they distributed on.
Like whoever turned on the network on their TV, like that's how they count viewership still, which is dumb.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure if you add the streaming, like especially if they add the streaming for like even like the bigger events like the Super Bowl, you can probably double that number.
Yeah. Easy.
But I know for stuff like this, like it has been trending downhill. But they don't factor in streaming that much, which that's just dumb on everybody else's part.
So then I'm wondering how much longer do they just pull the cord? Like at what point does it have to get below viewership, like before they say, hey, it looks like it's not working. Like we either need to go back to old ways or just pull the cord and you know, let it go, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
When was the first one?
The first VMAs?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I feel like I heard it was like 1752. Correct me if I'm wrong. No, I'm just kidding.
Yo, the one thing 1980s. Never mind. It's kind of an old one. The first one's 1984. Okay.
You don't remember, dude? Abe Lincoln hosted once.
Right.
At the theater. He was at.
God. Too soon, my man. Yo, there was this performance, going back to these few performances that we saw from this. I guess it was like a duet group of ladies called Chloe and Hal or Hallie.
Mm-hmm.
And Haley and Chloe or whatever. Chloe and Haley, yeah.
Haley and Chloe. Their outfits were weird, but their performance and their song was actually legit. Like it was like a Destiny's Child vibe with like just really good R&B, and I was just like, why didn't they win anything? I thought they were awesome.
I don't think I saw them. No, I don't think I saw that one. Did you guys see Black Eyed Peas?
Oh, yeah, they got nominated. They're under the collaboration award.
Did you see how they casually just replaced Fergie?
Oh yeah.
Like no one noticed.
Well, I didn't notice because I was being hypnotized by freaking luminescent groins areas. Like I don't know what the heck they were doing with all that.
Didn't she leave though? Like a while
back. She left a while back, but like
she sang the national anthem, and her life just hasn't been the same.
Was that when she sang it for the basketball game?
Yeah.
Oh no, dude! And she even made Steph Curry laugh during it, dude.
Oh, she made everybody in that court laugh, bro. was the best.
Draymond Green is just like he's not even holding back. Like toward the end.
LeBron, Green, Steph, they were all laughing, dude.
Everybody, even Chris Rock, they got a clip of Chris Rock.
Yeah, oh man. And
Chris Rock.
Yeah, she stepped away like to be a mama. She's doing the mama thing. Okay. It's not because of but I mean,
I'm just saying, it just I feel like it hasn't been the same for her since.
It has not.
No. But she left a while ago, but they never said anything about replacing her. If they're gonna replace her, they said they were just gonna stick with them three. All of a sudden, their live performance for the VMAs, and they got a new person replacing Fergie out of nowhere. It's like they just said, "Hey, you right there. How's your singing?
Exactly.
Let's go."
They're like, "Oh, we lost Fergie. I guess we gotta make our genitals glow in the dark." Like, what the heck, bro? This performance was so bad.
So going back to the rating, so MTV viewers in the millions was 1.3. And then cumulative TV viewers is 6.4, and it does not include any internet stream. So I feel like that number could probably be up a little bit more. But I mean, 6.4, that's I think that's a moderately successful TV show.
Yeah.
TV shows have been canceled because of 6.4. That's if you're watching the Browns and the Lions play is 6.4.
But you have to consider that the ratings have gone down 5% from last year, and everyone is at home right now. You couldn't pick a better time to put on the biggest stars on TV.
There's literally no reason why you shouldn't watch it.
There's no reason why you shouldn't watch it, dude. Literally everybody is at home right now. And it still went down 5%.
So funny. You're right. You're already on the couch. You just got on the couch. You're in front of the TV. Oh no, it's a Sunday. You're not even at work. You're just enjoying your Sunday night. Already on the couch watching TV.
You're you know what? I'm gonna watch Adventure Time, dude. I don't care. I'm watching Cartoon Network, dude. I don't even care what I'm watching now.
You don't know who has the most wins for MTV? Who has the most? You think Eminem?
No, probably Eminem, maybe Jay-Z.
What was the question?
Who has the most awards from MTV?
Oh, from MTV Movie Awards?
Yeah. Well, not movie awards. From video
MTV.
music.
The video. Yeah.
Real quick, someone really sat down on their couch and said, "You know what sounds good right now? Watching a blank screen."
Yeah, that's good, man. I don't need to listen. I don't need to see it.
I don't
need to see weird people in glowing pants. And Doja Cat did the same thing too. She was in a weird mermaid thing, and her private area was glowing too. Everybody was just glowing and thrusting and being weird. So I wouldn't want that either.
I can't even say anything. I love Doja Cat. I hate her music. I do not like her music. But I love her though.
Who got the most awards though?
The most awards is Beyonce with 25.
Oh, I should have known that.
And Madonna with 20. And then Eminem is all the way down, tied for 4th with 13.
Oh, okay. That's not bad.
Where's Jay-Z?
I am looking. He is 7. He has 7.
So go top 5.
Pumpkins, NSYNC, Rihanna, Pink, En Vogue, and Coldplay.
Go top 5. So number 1 is Beyonce.
Top 5 is Beyonce with 25.
Right.
Number 2 is Madonna with 20. Number 3 is Lady Gaga with, if she's on this tear, she'll probably surpass Beyonce here.
Right.
And then tied for 4th is Peter Gabriel and Eminem with 13. And then 5th is REM with 12.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Nice.
And then follow-ups are Justin Timberlake, Green Day, and Taylor Swift, all with 11.
That's fair enough. Did y'all? I just remembered.
Drunken Love only won 1 award. Doesn't sound right.
Such a good song.
It's so great. I love it,
dude. I thought it was good.
Yeah,
I liked it.
Yeah, thank you, Elijah.
Surfboard. Ugh, I hate it. I hate our weird. Everything's got to be a what is it called? A simile. Everything's got to be I'm so
A
hungry like
comparison.
burgers and all this crap. I don't like it. I don't like our culture.
Hey, sometimes you got to embrace it. And for Queen Bee, I embrace it.
She's embracing those culture too. I like Beyonce. I like Destiny's
Okay,
Child.
so the most important question I have for y'all.
Yeah.
What do you think of the actual award itself, where it's like a astronaut holding the MTV flag?
I think
Where
it's
did that come
representative
from?
that MTV has no good new ideas. Because
I don't know where
that's the Moon Man that they've used since the 80s. Like
it is. It's the video of the year, quote, Moon Man.
Yeah, it's the Moon Man.
But where did it like originate? Like who sat in production and said, you know what we should use?
Yeah.
A Moon Man.
I think it was like one of their first logos for MTV, right? Like,
right. Yeah.
It was
used to be all over there. So whenever you turn, like back in the day, kids, when you turn on MTV, it'd be music videos playing and stuff like that. And it'd be songs playing and performances. And then it would cut and it would say, you're watching MTV, and then it'll be a Moon Man. And
yeah.
Yeah,
it's just like one of their like
symbolism
icon or whatever.
I don't know where it comes from. That's a good question. I'll look it up.
I feel like
I think it's better than VH1's award. The VH1 is just like, is that the one where they give like just like a bucket of like silver popcorn?
Oh yeah.
Or is that the Nickelodeon one?
I think that's a Nickelodeon one. The People's Choice, maybe.
I think
People's Choice Awards. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Choice
Awards. But in most coveted trophies and artists, similar. 1981. Oh goodness, I'm gonna go back in time. So on August 1st of that year, MTV launched a footage of a literal launch. The video in question showed the Apollo 11 space shuttle firing off the ground, segued into an astronaut planting a flag emblazoned with the MTV logo, and a voiceover proclaimed, "Ladies and gentlemen, rock and roll," and thus MTV was born. That sounds pretty awesome to me, dude. I don't know what.
Yes.
That's just it.
Do y'all know the first music video that was played on MTV?
No.
Probably Madonna.
Wait, we're talking like 80s? Yeah. It's probably Madonna.
It's Video Killed the Radio Star.
Oh. That's so
by
ironic.
somebody.
That is the most ironic to me.
Yeah.
Oh, did y'all know that Miley Cyrus performed as well?
I did. I knew she had an album like kind of recently, but I thought it was like a country album. I thought she was like going back to her roots.
The song was boring, but she wrote a Wrecking Ball again, which is cool.
It was like a disco ball, right?
It was a disco Wrecking Ball, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I heard about it and I saw clips, but I kind of I didn't watch that one.
Yeah, it's probably better for you that way. So, yeah. Wrapping it up to like the MTV conversation. Like we're talking about MTV itself.
Miley Cyrus won an award, by the way. She won Best Art Direction for a song called Mother's Daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Interesting. I don't know anything about that. I've never heard any of her new stuff.
Best editing. See, these are the real awards right there.
Those are like actual artistic awards.
These are the ones that they don't show, right?
Those are the ones that aren't fan voted, though. That's the thing. Those are actually those are literally people patting each other on the back, though.
Yeah.
Good job for doing your job.
Good job for doing a good job that one day.
I'm surprised they don't just get a pizza party.
I mean, that's better than the VMAs. Let's be honest. I'm upset that MTV. I'm always upset that MTV is not music videos anymore, or like music in general. I mean, I like those. The shows can be cool. I know they're not. So
they were music-oriented shows. Like I remember, Mark Hoppus had a show for a little bit.
Right. Music-oriented shows. Right.
They aren't. It's just like what me and Chris had dubbed as just trash reality TV.
Whoa, hold on.
Let's go.
Let me change the statement.
Let's go, Chris.
Most of it is trash reality. There are a few things I do like. I do like some of the TV shows on MTV. I will say that, but I will also say that you're right. doesn't do any kind of, because I do remember like there would be times where like you would wake up early in the morning. Like when I was in elementary school, I would wake up early in the morning, put MTV on, and it would be like nonstop music videos for an hour. And I just watched it, like Green Day, when Green Day was big, My Chemical Romance, like all those stuff that I really liked. And then I would go to school. And then I stopped watching MTV for a while. And when I got back to watching MTV, music was nowhere near it.
Nowhere.
It was like the start development of like Teen Mom, and then
Teen Mom. What does that have to do with anything?
But the shows that I do like are like The Challenge, because I like that whole physical aspect of like winning money in competitions and stuff. Like that's fun to watch.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie, I do love Jersey Shore. Like that's just been something that I watched when I was younger, and it grew with me. So anything Jersey Shore related, I love. But aside from that, everything else is garbage.
Yeah, it's like Elijah always saying this about the History Channel. Like there are some shows on there that just absolutely have nothing to do with the History Channel.
Yeah, it's just it takes a turn. Like with the History Channel, it was Ice Road Truckers was the big one. And then it had nothing to do with history. It was just some stupid Canadians driving on some sheet of ice.
Or the crab fishing and all that stuff. Deadliest Catch and all that stuff.
Discovery Channel.
Yeah, right.
What about Duck Dynasty? Was it Duck Dynasty on History Channel?
No. Duck Dynasty was A&E, I think. A&E or TLC, one of those two. One of the like super garbage channels.
But it's like that's the thing. Whenever you're naming these and you're like, yeah, that could be on the History Channel. Like I'm gonna search for it on the History Channel. Like it's like no, the History Channel should contain only history related stuff, not just like random shows.
Like peak History Channel was like late 90s when it just literally had nothing but like documentaries, and they had like occasional shows. Like Mike Rowe hosted a show called The Most. And he would like, this guy killed the most people in history. Here's the backstory, or like, you know, some stupid like that. It was really cool.
Yeah.
But like with MTV, it's like as soon as Teen Mom was popular, as soon as Jersey Shore blew up, like that's where they went.
Yeah.
You know, like they don't go to music anymore, and it
only
just
if
like,
you're up at like 3 a.m. to 5 p.m. or 5 a.m.
Because they don't want to pay for infomercials, I guess, or get money from infomercials, like the Magic Bullet, you know.
Yeah,
the Magic Bullet.
But I just like it, and that's what like ultimately makes like these VMAs like feel out of place. Ultimately, for me, and not that I like music videos to begin with, but
if they're going to be anywhere else, it should be somewhere that actually cares about the music.
Yeah, but I don't think MTV cares about music anymore.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm saying, like, if the VMAs should be on any kind of television channel, it should be somewhere where the music is important, not MTV. It should no longer be on MTV. Maybe VH1. I know VH1 kind of does some similar stuff, but they started to do a lot of reality TV shows now too. Yeah. What? I mean, like, what TV channels?
Moondose
does.
Moondose.
Exactly. Oh wait,
Moondose.
Moondose still plays music.
Oh my god!
What the heck?
Well, so let me ask y'all this: what's the last time you discovered one of like your favorite artists or one like a really good musician through MTV? Like I can't think of a time where I did that.
I never had, because I never had cable or anything growing up, so I never had MTV.
There you go. Yeah, I feel like they're not promoting the best stuff. You know, like I'm not getting anything from it. I'm not finding like my new favorite band or my new favorite artist. And there's a quote from Pierce Savale that always comes to mind. It says, "I'm wonderless why the best can't make it in Hollywood anymore." And it's just like that's so legit to me because like you know, you don't see the good stuff. You have to go search for it.
In the last few years, I can't remember anything, but I do remember the first and only artist that I discovered on MTV or through MTV was Fall Out Boy, and that's when from Under the Cork Tree came out.
Cork Tree, bro, yeah.
Sugar We're Going Down was the very first music video I had ever seen, and it was on MTV, and it was one of those music videos that came out like early in the morning, and that's when I watched it, and then that's when I started going into like My Chemical Romance, and then Green Day, and then like everything else that kind of. So I will credit MTV for that. But aside
that was
from
back in the day, though. That was like the good days, dude.
It's 2004
Yeah.
or 5, maybe 7. I don't know.
I wouldn't say 5. I think 2005 is.
I think 2005. It was like early high school.
Yeah, I think it was like 2004, 2005.
I
think you're exactly right. That's exactly what I remember from MTV is like all of those awesome videos. Obviously the deer is like iconic and we're going down, and then Helena, like My Chemical Romance Helena, that's like an iconic music video there.
Dude, when they're carrying that casket out, that hits different, dude. Oh, and then on the Sugar We're Going Down, dude, Pete Wentz in the middle of the music video, he does this thing where he licks his hand 3 times and then salutes.
Yeah.
And then so every time, like, for some reason, I don't know what had happened, but all my friends and I had seen it at the same time, but it like we weren't with each other. So one person would do that, and we were like, "Oh, dude, that's from the music video." So then we just all started doing it.
You can't be doing that nowadays, man. It's COVID-19.
Yeah.
I think ultimately, though, like for me, like I think music and all art forms are subjective. Like we shouldn't be having these sort of critiques and judgments for music, because if I were to judge this with all of the people that were nominated, I wouldn't vote for any of them.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like things like this shouldn't be around to be, in my opinion. Like it's subjective. It's completely up to the consumer to decide whether or not something is good or not. And I hate when people like try to defend music and art when it's like, oh, it's there to be criticized and it's a message and stuff. It can be, yeah, but ultimately it's up what the consumer wants.
Exactly. And that's kind of what I was getting at with like my very first point when we started recording is like, why, like, what validation does this have? Like this, at the end of the day, the music is for the consumer. The music is going to be for whoever enjoys it. Because the VMAs, I wasn't a fan. But if the VMAs revolved around bands I liked, I would love it. But someone else is probably just gonna be like, I'm not a fan, you know? It's also subjective. I never would have guessed you were gonna make that point though by the look of your name, Elijah.
No, never.
Yeah.
The 3 things you never talk about when you're when you're being introduced to somebody is politics, religion, and music, because of how subjective it is.
Yeah.
You know,
wait, you think that shouldn't be discussed?
I think that
you're introducing to somebody. Like if you and I just met for the first time, I would never talk to you about music.
Whoa, that's crazy. Because that's like literally what we do, though.
That would be the first. That was like our first
day. Huh?
That would be like one of the first things I bring up.
I think music is like an extreme connective tissue when it comes to or at least my relationships. I was like super happy to hear Chris like even knows Dance Gavin Dance is and stuff like that. I was just like, dang, like finally somebody who knows who that is, or somebody else I can talk to about Dance Gavin Dance.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it's as like polarizing as it comes across, I guess sometimes. Like I obviously have high opinions of these new artists and stuff like that. Yeah. Just I have certain I guess I see art and music as like a muse that should be like across everything, you know. It should be separate from like politics and religion and stuff like that is hard to talk about, and it should be that healing thing in between us all, you know. And I think that a lot of the music that's coming out isn't kind of promoting that. It's real trash to me. Like it doesn't have that connective tissue. It's just bogus, and it's talking about crap and stuff that I can't relate to in life. But whenever you do find that stuff and you share it with other people, it's like magical, dude. Then you can like go cruising and jam out and whatever.
It's like it adds a different like emotional aspect of it when you're able to like, when there's like bands that I listen to that Daniel may have never heard of, or like Daniel has that I may have never heard of, like when we share those together, and you know, it just, because it always happens to be like when you need it the most, or when you want to hear it the most, or like whenever you're just like, hey, I need some new music. Boom, you have someone introduce you to new music, and all of a sudden you have a new favorite band. You know, I feel like
and I'm not saying like you can't talk about music, you know, But I'm
So
saying
you
like as
wouldn't
like a
approach
break the
somebody with
ice
that
type
first.
type of aspect, like we're all in a ballroom and we have to go meet somebody. Like I'm not going to talk about music first. Like I wouldn't use it to break the ice because they couldn't like all of this garbage, and then my respect for them would be lost, and I wouldn't carry a conversation.
Okay, gotcha.
See, that's
it's a bit extreme, but yeah, I see.
Yeah, it's an extreme example, but like in all of like in most of these things that I was taught of like how to be impersonal with somebody is you don't bring up these sort of things as an icebreaker. Like once you've established a relationship, you can definitely talk about it. You know, like one of the huge things we're going through right now with our wedding planning is the music for everything. And me and Val have really similar tastes, but we also have very different tastes at the same time. You know, and we're just working through it.
Yeah, I guess I understand. I understand where you're coming from.
But for someone like you, Daniel, like you see music as like your hobby and your inspiration for things. You know, like your muse is music. You know,
I guess
so
I haven't pictured music as a polarizing something that would offend somebody, you know, or like somebody that would take something like, you know, all the stuff in our life right now, like we can't even talk about little stuff anymore because everybody gets triggered and all this stuff. And I guess you're right. Like I think music probably is like the next step in that, or I haven't done that yet. I haven't been taken aback to what I can talk about with music, because I feel like music is I can compare it to like my palette, you know, like there's a musical palette, and you're just like, hey, like have you tried, it's like Chris said, have you tried, you know, listening to this, or have you tried a cheeseburger from P. Terry's, have you tried, you know, cheeseburger from Hop Dotty? Like it's just like that to me, and I hope I don't get to that point where the music I listen to is too much to talk to somebody at first, you know what I'm saying? Like the way you're saying, Elijah, like that's I see that might be a future ordeal though.
Yeah, I look at WAP. Like there's people that love it and think it's empowering, there's people that hate it and think it should be censored.
Yeah, you know? You're right. Yeah,
where does the censorship for something like music come into play? You know, like I don't think music should be censored. You know, the FCC just is there to collect fines and make money for us. Yeah, you know, but it's also there to like you know, make sure people don't put pornography on TV. You know, but still,
I guess that just goes into like, sorry, I played the music there. So it just goes into like whether we can criticize things or not. Like we should be able to criticize stuff without like, having a backlash and all that stuff.
We should be able to criticize something, but to have like an award show and say this is better than everything else, I don't agree with. I agree with
wholeheartedly agree with you.
In a song, we can disseminate that message based on how each individual interprets it. Same thing we do with art, and we can break that down. But like to say that Machine Gun Kelly should have won this thing over somebody else, you know, like to say that Doja Cat should have won over Youngblood. Like I don't think there is any authority for anybody to say that, because some people like Doja, some people like Youngblood. And he misspelled blood, but that's fine.
Wholeheartedly agree with you. Speak your truth, sis. Speak your truth.
Oh my gosh, never say that again. No, I don't like the music awards because of the weird grandstanding.
Yeah.
But I'm not opposed to, like, I know I do think that there are times where you could acknowledge that something might be better than something else though. Like I know it is a subjective thing, but most things like that are subjective, and it's just a product of the world we live in. And you know, maybe at that certain time you can determine that this song was, or this video was better than this video and stuff. But I mean, and then at the end of the day, like you said, it's like the award doesn't really even matter. Like, what did it do for the person? But I don't see. It's like, what did it do for the person? But also, it's okay to acknowledge if something might be better than something. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Who knows? Who
we
knows
could
how that
use
works?
that as we're doing right now, just as a conversation piece.
Yeah.
You know? And I think that's probably like what awards show do best, if they do anything.
Yeah, without saying like the be all end all, like it's way better and it always will be and this and that. Like at this particular point in time, this outperformed this because of these factors, and that.
Yeah, 'cause I'm not gonna go to like MTV for my musical taste.
Right.
I'm gonna go to you because I value your opinion more. Because I know you know how to write music, you know how to perform music, and you know how to break down things on a time scale or a melody or whatever.
Oh, so you're like saying let's get rid of the overarching structure of the subjective and let's just bring it back down to the soul, like the close circle subjective. That's where it matters the most.
Yeah, let it disseminate to its audience.
Right. No, I feel you on that.
And let us. I know they have like a fan voting, but they're stupid.
Yeah.
Democracy itself is stupid.
Yeah, exactly. I knew you were gonna say that.
It's like that for music with me. It's like with art.
With
paintings, music, like movies, TV shows, whatever sort of art medium you want to throw out there. Like that's what it is. Like that's why I don't like the Academy Awards. Because the Academy always snubs somebody. Like Leonardo DiCaprio should have won like 17 Oscars. I think we could all agree on that. He's won like one.
Yeah,
he should have won something for Titanic.
He would have won. He should have won something for like every role he's ever done. He's the best.
He's really good.
But that's my opinion.
There are exactly. There are plenty of roles where he should have won before, like the weird honorable mention award that he got that one time. And you're right. It is like your opinion, and you're total. I get where you're coming from, Elijah. It's like it's like all of this stuff doesn't matter. It matters what your number one awards are. Like what you're awarding to, like for yourself, like what you want to take in, and that's awesome because everyone has their different their different tastes and who they would give the awards to, and like that's all. Yeah, I get what you mean.
It's like whenever people so last year there was a ranking for the 100 because the 150th year of college football, 150 years of the sport, and so a lot of people put out these big lists of 150 of the best whatevers, and it like to me they didn't mean anything.
Yeah,
because
you would have had a different 50 or whatever.
And the game now is not what Princeton versus Yale played. Like they had a score of like 12 to like some weird number that you can't even get to nowadays. It's different.
Yeah. No, I feel you.
So it's just like that's just my opinion about the whole thing. Is it's all subjective. It should be viewed that way, and we shouldn't be having these sort of. Because I do view these as like end all be like for 2020, the best quarantine performance will always be the CNCO MTV Unplugged at Home.
Oh yeah,
it won't be anything else because that's the 2020 VMA award.
Yeah, that's true. I know. I feel you. Dang. Okay, so that's subjective.
So for you listeners, just in case you didn't completely understand what he said, is that we're gonna have a petition to ban all award shows later. So just be sure to follow us.
And we're gonna have a poll on our Twitter of who you thought.
Send your things to complaints@the_thought_arcade, and I will address all of them.
In the subject line, put attention to Elijah.
Yeah,
we got you guys.
Just forward that box to me.
Well, before we go, we'll have some final thoughts here. There's some news coming out of all kinds of things nowadays. Approaching is October. We're already going to be we're already in September. It's crazy. We're going to be in October now. And Netflix is released a trailer for The Haunting at Bly Manor.
I cannot wait. I'm going to watch this trailer tonight.
Oh man, it looks creepy.
I haven't seen it. I need to watch it.
The Hill House, Haunting of Hill House, is probably one of the
seen that yet.
Shows ever made.
Chris.
No,
Chris.
I need to watch it. I'll watch it.
It's the best horror film,
Chris.
ever.
Wait, it's a movie or a series?
It's a series.
It's a miniseries.
Okay,
but
it's the best horror miniseries of all time. Like it's up there with Twilight Zone. It's up there with The Exorcist, in my opinion.
Haven't seen Twilight Zone,
so this Bly Manor is releasing October 9th, and it's a 9-episode series. So that is
I can't wait.
Another thing I'm actually interested in that HBO Max is releasing is a series called Raised by Wolves. The first 2 episodes, I believe, are out now, and they're directed by Ridley Scott, and it looks really creepy, but awesome too. The premise is like, I think somebody's being like a kid is being raised by like 2 androids, and it's on this weird otherworldly type of situation.
I mean, it's Ridley Scott, so it should be good,
right?
We don't include, his last 2 Alien projects, but
heard shots fired.
Again, it's
He's gonna do that to him?
That's how you feel? That's really how you feel?
That's how I feel. He might be a little dated, might be a little past his prime. I'll say it.
Goodness.
Might be Ridley Scott.
When Elijah when he finally gets a cam, all we're gonna see is Ridley Scott come up from behind him, put like a bag over his head, and just pull it out of the room.
It won't even be Ridley Scott; it'll be his henchman.
Oh, you're right.
He wouldn't dirty his hand like that.
They send people.
Yeah, exactly.
So HBO Max again, working on a Fresh Prince reunion. Me and Emily have been watching a bunch of Fresh Prince on HBO Max already.
Cool.
And they're thinking of doing this reunion around Thanksgiving, which is like tomorrow again.
But Uncle Phil is dead.
I know, and I'm wondering if they're gonna do like which mom they're gonna bring on, because they switched the 2 moms like halfway through the series.
Oh, I never realized that.
Yeah.
I never really watched it. I feel like that's something I missed out on, was Fresh Prince. Like I used to watch shows because it would come on before Sister Sister, and I would watch Sister Sister.
Quality show.
Nice.
At the time.
Yeah,
dude. Fresh Prince is a good show, especially
like I've seen clips and stuff. Like I know the premise, and I've seen clips and stuff like that. But I've never sat down and watched it.
Dude. It was really relevant for its time. It was really good.
That scene, the scene that gets everybody is whenever he's asking why his dad doesn't want him.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
With my heart every time.
I know. It's
that
a good
one's
one.
sad.
Oh, so did anyone watch David Blaine Fly Into the Sky on YouTube?
I didn't know David Blaine was still alive.
I knew he was
dead. That's the ultimate magic trick.
I knew he was alive. I just didn't know he was still relevant.
Right.
I guess that's what I should have said.
Yeah. He's been planning this thing, so he's been conditioning himself. Like, he skydived like 50 times. He's like worked in a cryo chamber or whatever to condition himself in extreme cold temperatures, because he lifted himself with a bunch of balloons close to like 2,500 feet in the sky.
That's
in
crazy.
like Arizona somewhere. And it gets as cold. I mean, the last it showed on there was that it was 1 degrees Fahrenheit. So it was like almost 0 degrees up there. And he was just breathing, and he was like, I was like, all of a sudden it was just like live. And I was like, oh, okay, let me just check this out, and watched him get ready and go up there. And he had cameras hooked up, and it was kind of insane. And you were like kind of worried that he was going to like fall down or something. Yeah. But he made it. And it was actually kind of nice to like see him get back on the ground after that. You know? It's kind of cool. So, all right. It wasn't
I'll take your word for it, Daniel.
It wasn't any magic involved, but it was just kind of like a really extreme stunt, you know?
Yeah.
Sure.
Kind of crazy. So obviously the late Chadwick Boseman, we've talked about him before. Shout out, pouring out for him. But speaking of, his character and, in Black Panther and Wakanda, I just read that Akon is working on building a real life Wakanda in Africa. Like,
Akon has secretly been doing work that has not been reported on enough. Like, he's put up like solar panels and provided electricity for like a million people or something. He's a philanthropist. Like,
opened up several schools.
Yeah,
and I'm not talking about just like one. This is like, I think 4 or 5 schools down there.
And they're quality schools. Like they aren't just like they're teaching them how to read and write, but like they're teaching them life skills and stuff like that. Like how does it he hasn't been reported on it forever, you know?
Yeah, no, that is kind of weird. I this is the first time I was seeing it, and then like you said, and later on in the article it shows like, oh yeah, and he's done this and he's done this, and it's like, why haven't I heard like for one, why haven't I heard other people doing this stuff, and then like why have I heard Akon doing this stuff?
Like he comes out and he sings a song about not being disrespectful to girls, but then says something disrespectful, makes a couple million.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like he's doing work. He's doing work.
He's getting it, man. And like
the media loves to report things that scare us, so that's probably why.
That's true. Yeah,
that's true.
They're like something positive. Get that out of here.
Scare tactics.
You guys want to?
Yeah, you're totally right.
Something super random. You want to know why there are so many headlines in Florida? It's always like Florida man carries alligator while fighting a bear with one hand. You know, like those random
everything.
On Florida
is on crack or something.
You know what I learned though? It's because the media outlets in Florida have the most lenient rules when it comes to headlines. That is why they have so many of these like Florida man incidents.
They still practice yellow journalism there.
Yeah, they can post any kind of headlines they want. And then that's also they're the blame for us judging Florida for doing just dumb things.
Oh, I'm sorry, Florida man who ate the bath salts and tried to eat somebody. All right, you got a reputation, and that's what happens. Okay.
So like, so you're talking like the Florida election, you know, went great, but they just transposed the words like alligator and then like something else. Like, so it's just
it's like they're putting together a ransom letter.
Yeah. So it's all clickbait. Florida alligator eats person, but it's actually just about the election. You know, like it's just, I get that. Keeping it real. So a couple of other, now we're getting kind of food stuff because I'm hungry.
Heard.
KFC, they were like, all right, we're not going to go with a finger licking good slogan anymore because of COVID-19. We don't need y'all licking up COVID. Like,
I to be honest though, I never really liked the finger licking good slogan anyways.
Yeah.
The last thing I do is lick my fingers. I don't do that with Cheeto Puffs. I don't do that with any of that stuff.
But the thing is like the finger licking good, it's to imply that it's good for you as a person. And it like within COVID, it would still be fine if you licked your own fingers. So what this means, them suspending this slogan means they legitimately had so many issues where they saw other people licking other people's hands. Because it was so good. They were like, yo, we got to stop this.
We should have done this, and then we should have sued them.
Those are those Doritos commercials. Have you seen those? Where like somebody's eating it, and the other like the woman goes, like puts a finger in her mouth.
That's basically what happened with the KFC. And that's why they had to stop it. That's the only reason I could think of.
Like, we don't trust you in your fingers, dude. You're probably gonna give yourself
sticking them in the mouth when you shouldn't.
I don't know. This is
my food, dude.
This one doesn't make sense. Also, like, who's not taking the chicken home to eat it? You're at home eating the chicken. Lick your fingers, whatever.
Like, what if that's the real reason why they closed all those Chick-fil-A buffets? Because they were licking their fingers and then sticking them back into the buffet.
Oh my gosh!
Dude, no, like, it's the slogan.
KFC literally was like, "We don't trust you." Like KFC's just like, "We don't trust you. We're gonna change our slogan now."
That's so bad.
All right, so last on my end, at least, I don't know if you guys have any updates. The McDonald's is bringing into play the spicy nugs.
Finally,
I know, right? Like, really,
dude? Of the big three, Burger King, Wendy's, and McDonald's. Burger King and Wendy's have spicy nugs, and they've had them for forever.
I gotta pick.
That's true, but like their nuggets taste like cardboard. Are they just gonna add Tabasco to cardboard? Is that what?
Yeah, but you buy 50 of them for $1. Okay,
that's true.
You're correct. You are right.
Hold on, dude.
Scroll back up. Are they doing that Chips Ahoy thing?
Yo, I don't know what that is, bro. I know. I'm more interested in that than
I want more about that. I don't care about the nuggets. I need to know if they're gonna have that
Chips Ahoy. I need to find an article on that, dude. But Oh wait, okay.
Right there. The
Yeah,
Chips
yeah.
Ahoy McFlurry will be available in snack and regular sizes for a limited time, beginning September 16th.
That's
Let's
actually
go.
We
really
should do a
dope.
taste test
That's a
episode.
really dope episode. Yeah, that's a dope.
episode.
No, you already know that's gonna be a dope episode. But like, that's a good pairing, dude. Like the spicy nugs and then cool it down with the Chips Ahoy, dude.
Yeah,
Great. I mean,
dude, spicy nugs with some ranch. Thank you.
Let's
Dude,
go.
they already
Let's
have
go,
an
dude.
Oreo McFlurry.
Yeah.
So now they're doing Oreo and Chips Ahoy, the two most competed cookies, as
Oh,
McFlurries.
the cookie wars have begun.
The cookie industrial complex about to take off.
Dude, for sure. All right, y'all got anything else, man?
No, I think we're good, guys. Unless Elijah, you good? You got everything?
Good. I'm good.
You sure you don't want to rip into award shows some more?
I mean, whenever they come up, we'll definitely rip into them.
All righty. Well, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for subscribing, watching, and listening. We'll be back on Saturday. So definitely share us with your friends. This has been another episode of the Thought Arcade.
Bye.